Yeah, I got shut down. It's cold out here. I got shut down. My battery was at 50% and it got drained in the 2 minute video I did. So if that doesn't tell you that's some sort of electromagnetic energy, I'll wait for people to come back in. Yeah, I had to come back. Now I'm standing right next to the house because I had to be on the Wi-Fi for me to be out here. And this is my other phone, but this ain't connected. But hopefully people can hear me. We are back live. It's cold out here actually. I'm outside because my car broke down and I'm about to try to jump start it. Yeah, what's interesting is that my my phone had like 48% charge, and I only did like a 5 minute, not even 5 minute video. So I don't know how the hell it it got zapped like that. But what I was saying is that powerful, right? Creation, literal creation is being charted, is being investigated, right? That there's sacred geometries to our creation. So there's sacred coordinates to our creation. There's a coordinates to our creation. It's been mapped out with a sacred geometry, literal, the creation of the universe and everything within it. But the thing is that all of these expensive stargates are being developed, like these particle accelerators, right? Because they're looking for the point of creation. They are mapping out creation, right? But what they don't realize, or maybe they do, and maybe they're just masking it with this facade. Maybe they really do, they probably do understand what they're getting themselves into. But they, when you're searching for this so-called lost coordinate of creation, they don't realize we are literally already embedded within the coordinate they should be searching for. We're embedded inside of it. The lost coordinate of humanity, we're embedded and living within it. We are inside of that coordinate, the lost coordinate of who we are. We didn't technically fall, we fell dimensionally. Right? When you say the fall of man, we fell dimensionally. They're looking for a sacred geometry of creation when we're actually already stuck inside it, embedded within it. And we catch glimpses of it in dream time. We get glimpses of that coordinate when we're inside our spiritual realm, inside of dream. This physical reality is the Maya, the illusion. And the realm we fell from, we see in dream time. When the dream wakes you up out of it, that's when you're in that coordinate. When you're making other structures to build places, to build structures to get to other worlds, other realms, other coordinates, you're opening up doorways to places we weren't meant for, worlds that are not for us. We have the connection to the worlds meant for us within our own Torah system. In the prior video I just did, that few minutes, I don't want to repeat what I was saying, but I mean, I was talking about how we can get connected. Like now I hear a helicopter coming over top. Military helicopter. That's a certain sound, that helicopter. Wow. But no, it definitely doesn't have anything to do with me though. I mean, I'm not saying that. It's just an interesting synchronization. West Point's not too far from here. I mean, it's a little bit upstate from here, but you got the Hudson River right here, as you can see. That's the Hudson River right there, across the street, and the mountains. but when they build this technology, I mean, these are places opening up doorways to other worlds, right? And I was shown some very interesting things that I'm not going to just wait for my book to come out, right? Because the cutting edge is over after that. But I'm going to start releasing it on my Patreon for sure. Like I have been just doing some of the information just randomly, but I'm making an official commitment that we're going to do these at least twice a week, and at a certain time, just like when my radio shows, my radio shows every Saturday night from 7 to 9. I'm going to do another commitment now for my Patreon, where called the Quasar Network, where I'm revealing a lot of my viewings and my research to back up to show that after I've viewed something, many of these things have come to fruition within a couple of months. It's like some of the stuff that I'm being led towards to even get the symbol and the message for, it's a reason for it. It's just not coming randomly. It's because something's going to be revealed within the next few months. So I want people need to be a part of this. This is not just information that's coming from me, for me. It's for everyone. It's for humanity. All right. And I'm not saying I'm special in any sort of way. Everybody has different things that they could tap into. And I've just spent a good portion of my time. And I think that working with the copper and crystals, in specific, some of the crystal skulls, it's helped me get my harmonic frequency, my brainwave state available in the right mode to be able to push away all the other distortions and get the vibe, right? And copper helps. This is why some people have been used putting but there's a difference between, let me remind everybody, because everybody, and especially a lot of Christians, and I do believe in Jesus. I'm part of a Christian upbringing as well. A lot of people think because I talk about Strega in the blood and in the old Italian bloodlines that I'm some sort of like witch or something or nothing. But no, I grew up very Christian and Catholic. It's merged in with the old religion style. It's merged in. People don't realize that they all come from very similar roots and very similar upbringings. After certain experiences in my life, I was shown the deeper roots of my DNA. I was shown who I truly am, going back thousands of years of being recycled. And people don't have to believe that. But we have a cemetery of DNA that's even just dormant, sleeping, that we don't even know about. Right? We don't even know our true origins. That's why everybody is hell bent on finding a sacred coordinate of who we are, right? And so a lot of the viewings that I've been doing and stuff that's been coming to me have been literally just something has come in to the news or been shows that was discovered right after. And just recently now, for the last 6 or 7 months, I've been talking about how Amun-Hotep III, which is Akhenaten's father in the 18th dynasty, things are going to be starting. More is going to start being revealed, and they've had a project looking for stuff with him. But this is about a rebirth, a resurrection that was programmed during his reign, and there's a reason why certain things are being unveiled right now. Like they just recently found Amenhotep III's. They seemingly just all of a sudden out of nowhere, right there in the buried there spot they've been working on for many years. They'll find these huge, like 20-foot, 30-foot sphinxes of Amun-Hotep III, and as well as a few more Sekhmet statues, and of granite, black granite. And Sekhmet in specific with Amun-Hotep III is pretty much the only pharaoh you'll really find all these Sekhmet statues from. And I'm revealing some inside information that I was shown, and then that's evidence to back it up exclusively on my Patreon. And it's really mind-blowing information. And a lot of the also Kuiper Belt transmissions that I've been talking about is related to sending comets to our planet, other planets within our inner solar system and throughout the universe, And a lot of these structures, people don't realize, are literally torus field type of technologies where people are literally connecting to the transport of comets and the bacteria and the DNA that's inside of it. Göbekli Tepe is one of them. They're stargates, not for people to enter through. They're stargates for comets to be sent out and summoned here, and different bacterias and DNA to be taken and put into our stratosphere, injected, cometary injections into our inner solar system and planet. You know, comets don't have to hit our planet to affect us. They are injecting every day bacteria into our stratosphere. And when we are in a minimum solar cycle, it's an open window for anything that's lurking in our stratosphere to come in. And there's certain strategic spots on our planet that punch holes in our stratospheres, like the Himalayas during this time. This is why these spots are called the places of the gods, the place of DNA. And the Himalayas is actually made into a triplet DNA structure, the Himalaya Mountains, the literal geometry of it. And we're going to get all into this. It's patreon.com/The Mystical Spiral. We're actually going to be doing a show today, right live on my Patreon. I decided, because I was doing the Quasar Network remote viewing on my Patreon already, but it was randomly. Like once in a while I'll go live and do a video, but I was mostly just putting articles up that I'm writing and information up on my Patreon on a weekly, you know, throughout the whole week, every week. But now we're going to be doing a commitment, where, because this needs a lot of this information needs to get out there, and that's for sure. And people that are not interested in it, they don't have to come. But people that are really interested in it, it's definitely worth it, and it's exclusive to my Patreon. And you could find all sorts of information on there, everything from martial arts to copper healing to ancient religions and ancient history. Everything for everybody is on there. Music, book recommendations. We actually, if people send me their address and they're on a certain platform, they get presents or email readings. I'm just starting to get to the email readings now because for a couple of months I had to take a break off them. But we send presents out and email readings, so that goes with some of the higher subscribers, or if you've been a long time subscriber. And but the information, I'm telling you, I mean, you can actually join for as little as $2 a month, and the information that you get on pretty much daily basis is unique and interesting and informative, and it's definitely worth the price of a cup of coffee. I don't know, and it's cutting edge. All right, to put it out in a book, by the time the book is out, it's no longer cutting edge. You get the cutting edge right on Patreon. I got, oh shit, it's cold out here. Yeah, my lips are all chapped. I've been out here for like 3 hours talking. Because I'm charging my friggin' thing. That's how bad my lips are chapped. It's nasty. I gotta get some water. Yeah, my car's been dead since 6 o'clock in the morning. So that's how long I've been out here, pretty much. I was waiting for my father to come bring me a battery charger. But after he came, now I'm charging the battery charger up that I have over here. So hopefully it works. How you guys doing out there? But I will be live for sure today. Be soon. But I'll be posting the updates, and I'm live every Saturday. Guys that don't support it, you should definitely check it out and join the chat room. Even you don't have to like sign up for anything or anything. It's free every week for my radio show. That's at the Truth Frequency Radio Network from 7 to 9 Eastern. Let me see if I have my drink out here. Damn, I don't even have my drink out here. But yeah, Hold on a second. Let me put you guys down next to my car. Yeah. Who's in? I agree. With the children being hurt and all that, yeah, who would create that? We fell. We chose, we volunteered, I believe, to come here to help bring us out of this, right? And we've been hit with the illusion. This world is the, you know, we're stuck with a cosmic data virus. That's why they always say, you know, they use the poetic way of talking about how Adam and Eve had to ingest, digest knowledge, data, and they fell to a lower dimensional version of themselves. Basically, right? This is a data virus. And most likely it was bacteria that was ingested with DNA encodings, bacterial phages that brought an evolution, but to a lower state. Once it was ingested and digested, it transformed their guts. It transformed their DNA. There was a gene transfer. That's true. It's all within us. You should never need a middleman for information. You should never need a middleman for higher information. You shouldn't need to build a structure to get to a dimension to access information. Middlemen bring distortions. You should never need that middleman. You have it already within you. Now, you can use certain things that can help you bring your body and the cells of your body and your brain and your whole Torah system, help you silence the distortions that are around you, to be able to get your brain waves and your vibrational harmonic frequency, resonant frequency that's pumping out of you to that state where you can receive the divine light that's coming, that's swirling above you, right? For us to connect to it. Like copper, crystals, certain things like that. They're not evil. I know Christians want to say these are all evil. God made these things. They're all part of it's how you use these things. But when you have to build something, or you have to channel somebody, or you have to have some other entity step in to give you information, you should not have to use that middleman. This is where distortions come in. This is where there's trickery involved. I'm not saying that all channels have bad information. Some of them have higher information in there. But there's a reason for that bridge, that gap, that channel to be there. And most likely, in most cases, it could be a positive reason why that thing has stepped in. But it also could be a negative reason why something has stepped in to cause that bridge, to make you need that other middleman gap. You should be able, in my opinion at least, and from my experiences, when you have to use a middleman to get to source, most likely you've been taken off the course of source. Does that make sense? I just came off with that, right? So most likely you got bridged off into another quadrant of your mind, of your higher consciousness, or a sub-quadrant of another dimension of who you are. But to connect to source, we are source. We're part of source. You shouldn't need a structure to be built, or some sort of channel to give you the information from source. That's like playing telephone. There's distortions that come with each transmission. Boo bop, the bang. You don't have to believe me, but shit, you should listen to that thing, because that's some real shit. That's right. Because I remember a golden sun. 7 rivers flow to one. All right, so guys, it's patreon.com/the mystical spiral. It's freezing out here right now, and I gotta go try to start my car. Let's see what's up with the chat room. Yeah, I agree with Lisa. Yep, I agree. Hey, Gladys, Lisa, Grace, Cosmos of Compassion, Lisa Tully, Armani Jones, Laura Hamilton, good morning. Who else we got shout outs for? Tyler Arnold, hey, brother. Matteo. I don't know, the temperature with the, right now it's probably like 20 degrees, but with the wind chill, it's way worse. And I've been outside for a while now. Yep, that's why, you'll see a lot of these places, where even the sacred coordinates of creation and of power, they have already been mapped out. They've already been mapped out. That's why prior to CERN being built, they had Switzerland on that in that spot. In Switzerland, they had the Temple of Apollyon right on that underneath those locations. Right, the same thing goes for the Notre Dame churches, and all these other sacred coordinates that we use today, where sacred churches and temples are built on. You'll see there was prior structures there as well. And the Notre Dame churches is a whole series. I've been posting on it about my Patreon for years and done radio shows on it. The rose portal windows, all of that. Yeah, we can get it. We're going to be getting into that as well. So guys, check me out later. It's patreon.com/the mystical spiral, and of course I'm Rock Castaldo, and hopefully I get my car started. Spiral out.